Hello. Hi. It's all the cool kids. I love all the cool kids. You guys are cool kids. Okay, so we're going to work today on sending out a message for the Divine Masculine. It's almost Thanksgiving. I've been out and about shopping for a birthday present for my sister. I just had my mother's birthday at the end of October. I've got my sister's birthday at the end of November. And then I've got my dad's birthday at the beginning of December. It's kind of like boom, 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 chicka boom, 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 mow, chicka boom, 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 mow. So I went downtown, walked around, and then it's Saturday. So I'm just chilling on a Saturday, not doing much of anything because it's Saturn Day, ruled by Saturn, which is a day of rest for yogis because the planet is a heavy-duty dose of karma. So if you did a really hard practice and hurt yourself, there's some karma there. If you rest and meditate and think about positive things, there's karma there. And if you haven't done a workout or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 during the week, then you can make things up on Saturday. Okay, just doing a little pre-shuffle here. I'm going to clear my energy. Feeling a little intense. I'm kind of a Tibetan girl. If you don't know about me, you didn't know. I like to think I'm funny. Funny looking. I'm like Marsha Brady. I went a little bit darker for the winter. I'm still a blonde though, naturally blonde. Just saying. So tell us, let's tune into the highest high of the greatest good for all relationships. To hear a message, send a message for the Divine Masculine from his Divine Feminine. Thank you so much. So we're looking for a few cards here to find out what she has going on right now. What's her current situation? What has she been up to? How is she thinking? What's she thinking about her Divine Masculine right now? I don't know if I really want to read those upside down because I had some things come in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And I'm going to need one more card. My lovely, 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 lovely helpers. My guides, my angels, my divine connection to Source. You know how I am about shuffling. It can be a rare treat to see me shuffle, huh? Just a rare treat. Okay. Alrighty then. Dang, girl. Okay. Here's her message to you. This is some serious business, guys. Okay. So she currently has hope for love to enter her life. She is willing to take what journeys might occur to get to the bottom of it, like a sailor. Like a sailor. She's hopeful for love to come into her life. She wants you to know she's hopeful for your love to come into her life and for her to come into your life. So she is hopeful about that. She's been using balance to temper herself, to take water and make it into wine, or if you're not a drinker, wine into water, because everyone needs to drink water. She's on the peaceful shores with the irises. She has 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on dry land, so she's trying to temper things. If you've ever read like The Alchemist, we can take one substance and turn it into another if we have alchemy. And usually this is about being patient and being tolerant. She would desire to show you, her patience, that she's passionate, has fiery energy, about being passionate, about being balanced, about being healthy, about tempering everything, not going too far out of balance. She wants to keep things balanced. Her earth is sort of rooted down to hope. She's a hopeful person, but then her fiery passions are about staying balanced in herself. She feels like a watery energy of feeling like, and I'm going to interpret this a little bit like being vulnerable like a child, or being open like a child, or having feelings that are really open and raw right now and sort of watery and feeling open. And that could be like having everything feeling open and happy and sort of like a victory moment in the sun, being in the sun and feeling good, feeling warm, feeling open, feeling sunny disposition. And that's her water feelings. What she thinks is that feelings are pretty frightening sometimes and overwhelming, and maybe she gets stuck contemplating and feeling and overwhelmed with her feelings, like almost like a scared individual. So her past ideas about relationships in the air can be like they're frightening and overwhelming to her and a little bit confusing. And there's shadowy material that comes up in her mind, and she's wrestling with trying to put that in the past, or, reconcile what that looks like for her so that she doesn't have that feeling currently. For her, the outcome is to be the Empress. She would like to connect to the counterpart of the Emperor, the King. The Emperor in this deck is the King in this deck. I think it can be any sign, but usually it's fire. The Emperor is Aries usually. And the Empress actually can be more of like an air sign, Gemini. But if you're not looking at air signs, you're just looking at a couple wanting to have a relationship. So the future outcome is not, it's basically saying she would like to be your partner, your soulmate, the counterpart of you. It's not necessarily that she's coming up with you in her cards, though. It's just the future is like maybe she's devoted to the love affair. And this is either like getting a mentor to study love, or having a mentor, or wanting to be in a more serious affair of a relationship, like studying towards being in a relationship or being in a relationship. This is just like a little extra card that fell out. So for those of you who aren't interested in commitment, that's one thing, is like maybe for you that's what you want, maybe that's what you don't want. Maybe it seems like she's more ready for it to be the girl and the commitment that she's off. Like she's a little more interested in that right now than anything else. She's ready to be involved in a relationship of some sort. Open. She's open and willing and hopeful. She's putting the past fears behind her. And trying to think of what other card I had there. Tempering herself, balancing herself, using her wisdom and patience, and being willing to maybe kind of wait for you to come around towards her, and also letting you know she's preparing space. So I think that's the message for right now. So what does the masculine have going on, please? I'd like to know more about what he is doing right now. Where's he at? What kind of thoughts is he having about, in this case, a relationship, since that's kind of what she's interested, that's kind of what she's about. How does he stand in that situation? What does he think of that? Where's he at? What's he got going? My guides, my masters. I guess timing is something, isn't it? Having people ready at the same time, having two people interested at the same time. It's not really personal, is it? Ever really. It's just sort of like what it is. Some people are ready at different times, and we're all working at different things. What's he working on? Is he planning on making an approach? Okay. Yeah. A little bit of a rest day. Just a few more cards, my lord. We had a bonus card for the female. I'm just wondering if there's a bonus card. Yep, this stuck out. Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so he currently definitely has the Empress. So in his sphere, he has the Empress. I think he knows that she's there. He knows that she's been there. He knows that she is there for him. He is aware of that, or he currently has a partner. It's hard to say. Maybe he also has another person in his life too. Now, I don't know that. I'm just saying it either indicates that he is in a relationship or he knows that you're present in the picture. And he sees you and he recognizes you and maybe has even been looking recently at you a little bit more than usual. So I just want to say the positive and the negative. It's not that I know if that would be the case. I'm just kind of reading the cards. I'm not doing divination to the point where I'm trying to tell you the outcome of the situation. My first instinct is that he is aware of you. My instinct also is that he's aware of women. Kind of looking around, checking stuff out. His desires, what he's fiery about though, is to have hope and wishes and dreams that he wants to follow. He wants to follow the Star card. This is a kind of an Aquarius card. Also about being open in a nighttime situation where the stars are in alignment. So he's interested in everything coming together and working out really well. Like following his hope and his guidance, and hopefully also, she had hope too, but hopefully working his way into something that feels right for him. But how he feels, though, is that people are tied up to obsessions, or people are a little addictive, or people are having, like, tied up to love. This is also a card of love, like, he's feeling tied up right now and not being able to move, maybe. This is a Capricorn card, so an Earth card. He really feels kind of, like, muddied up in something right now, sort of chained up for whatever reason. And so, you know, this is also Saturn, feeling like he's working, feeling like he's got a lot of karmic things. He's still working through burdens and so forth. And that's what he feels like he's going through right now. He thinks, like in the past, sort of like an air feeling about him is that things end. You know, things always end. There's usually a divorce. There's a breakup. He's expecting, you know, that will happen. Like, things always go away. Maybe you'll go away. Maybe he's hopeful that you'll go away. Or maybe he's interested in righting any wrongs that have happened, you know, or wants you to right some wrongs that have happened. Maybe forgiving him or forgiving yourself, or, you know, that would be helpful for people to move on and start in a new way, which is the outcome for him, is like creating something all of his own. An infinite ability to create from all of the elements, the fire, the wands, the cups, the water, the swords, and the pentacles. So the earthly living on the earthly realm, and then having ideas and intellect and knowledge. So the pentacles and the sword is the wisdom, and then the element of water is the emotional life, and then the fiery passion of desire. So feeling like he's connected to his God and his way of creating things so that he can get what he needs in the future. However, the bonus card I have for him is confusion and not knowing which way to go. Maybe feeling like he's pausing right now, or this is the card of like Cancer. Some people say Pisces, or just a water sign, but maybe just feeling kind of emotional, like maybe feeling like he's creating, but he's also feeling kind of emotional about it, about whatever's going on right now, like kind of feeling like the outcome could also be a little unsure and confusing emotionally for him. Okay, so let's get some more cards. Let's do these as the base. We'll do the Goddess Tarot as the basis of her message. So what has the feminine been up to in terms of her current just from another perspective, her current maybe issues or concerns right now. What is she concerned about, I think? Sometimes I got to slow down enough to tune into everything while I'm still feeling that I've got to do these other things here. The shuffle. And thinking about what the questions are. So can I get sort of like a, how's she doing? What's she thinking? Where's she at in relationship currently? My guides, my angels, can you show us a message about the Divine Feminine's message? About what she's thinking about? Her masculine? Thank you. I'd take one more, please. How's she feeling right now about her masculine? Her masculine counterpart, her masculine side, her masculine energy. What is she thinking and feeling about him? Thank you. Whoa, I got a couple. Okay, so she's feeling nostalgic twin flame sort of love towards you, feeling innocence and purity and a sense of wanting to look back on love and look back on everything, maybe to clear up any connections that are not of the current thoughts or feelings towards you. Like she's been working really hard about about being available and opening up to being available. And she is also a magician and a musician and able to get in line with, in touch with her intuition and all of the elements so that she can create from this what she would like to create in the relationship with him through magic or prayers or working hard diligently at making something go in this direction that she'd like it to go in. I've got maybe an awareness that things have been painful for them both intellectually or verbally, or that they haven't been careful with their words or careful with their thoughts and intellect, and so there's been some pain on her side and probably for you, and she recognizes that and she's looking into that. Or maybe she's feeling pain right now currently. I want you to know that she's having a little bit of feelings of feeling cut out, feeling like her heart is pierced, or maybe she's aware that your heart could be pierced. You could be hurting and not doing so well. So if I look at this correctly in order the way that I see it on the table right this second, is that she is looking forward to becoming better at offering love and better about using her words with Venus, with female energy. It's got the symbol of female there. And letting go of tears and desolation. She is working to become a loving companion by shedding some current tears, and hopefully that she can transform that energy or she's in the process of doing that. Or she thinks you're in the process of doing that. Okay. Can you give us a feminine message to the masculine about what else she has been thinking and about the masculine and about the relationship? What has she been thinking over the last couple days about the near future, just the very near future? Okay, so she has a lot of fiery entanglements in her life, and she has been working on those, like getting along in a group or getting along with a family, or kind of like having some words or passionate entanglements with other people. And so that has been, you know, maybe a little painful or difficult for her to handle. So she's been working on that, and maybe trying to look at things in a different way. Maybe looking at, you know, the god of Odin, who ties himself up to sacrifice himself. He's a sacrificial person in this situation. You know, it's kind of like, I will wait to have this pass by, and in the meantime, I will completely destroy and give away everything that I have in order to become new or different, or see things upside down so I can get through this in a different way. And maybe even work at the relationship with him in a different way. Like, she's willing to look at different avenues of pursuing something. Like, she's not at the end of her, she's got some heartache and she's got some difficulties going on, but she's looking at things in a different way. So she's got a new approach, and she's looking out to figure out what parts of herself she would like to pull forward in the world. So her two passionate thoughts and ideas are about moving towards changes, maybe even moving towards change, movement, moving forward, but moving into a different location, or an adventure, like taking a trip with you, or going somewhere with you, or having something to look forward to going to do together. Okay, that's what she's been thinking about lately. So tell us more, just like in general. I'm going to give us one more set of cards here about, I'm just reading them all upright today. It'll be faster for me. Just tell us a little bit more about what she's been feeling towards her masculine counterpart. And then we'll do some oracles at the end instead of the tarot, or symbols of the current situation. Tell us a message from the female counterpart to her masculine about how she's been feeling. Okay, one more shuffle, and then I'll choose the bottom and the top. Okay. Yeah, so again, she's thinking about moving. She's feeling like it's time to make a change. It's time to come forward. It's time to make movement towards you. She's wanting to bring you some sort of information or feelings or messages to you. She's ready to make movement towards you. And Freya, power, she's got the power of discrimination, the power of energy and change, and harnessing that power. It's almost like the Wheel of Fortune when you have luck coming in your favor. And right now she's ready to do a lot with that and carry on and go into her power a bit more with you, and show her her own power that she wants to bring towards you. She wants to show you her own powers of coming closer to you. There's music kind of feeling in that one. Maybe like going somewhere together, meeting you out somewhere. Showing you her powers, her desires. I don't know, just read the cards, guys. Okay, so what else is she feeling towards her masculine currently? I feel like this is a time of year where she's in movement, she's in change. She's ready to take some risks. And I'd be curious to know what she feels about those risks. Thank you. Okay, so So the Ten of Wands is coming up, which is like carrying all the staves by yourself, but getting to the end of where you've had a journey where things have like played itself out. So it's kind of oppressive towards you or towards her, and she's not able to carry on in this journey. She's going to need to go lay some of her staves down and not carry around those many. So she's going to make a change towards, I'm not saying she's going to be weak or give up or let go, but I am saying that she's going to lay down some of her difficulties. She's going to try to let go of the concerns and the worries that she's been holding on to that haven't been helping. And again, it's the 9 and the 10, so she's got it kind of like a double situation where it's like pretty difficult for her. So can you clarify like the movement of her power? Like what exactly you're referring to? What kind of movement, what kind of power in relation to her masculine is she feeling? Moving mountains, moving through physical issues, mental, spiritual. What kind of movement do we have going here? She's got change. Huh. She's got some changes she's making. Awesome. Change is good. Tell us more. What else does she... Any other last final message about what her thoughts of her feelings about change? Wow, okay. These are 3, and I'll take those. Guinevere, Judgment, comes up first. Wow, so in this card, in this betrayal, she is sort of like giving him a physical representation of his anointing to his own intellect. She's saying, here is the card of reason and intellect. I'm going to give you ability to use concise judgment. So in a way, she's like giving him an idea about her own thoughts of judgment towards herself, which can be a forgiving card or a card of moving towards forgiving or letting go in such a way as to be more intellectually open. She's got 3 women with her and a dog. And he's also saying, please forgive me. So she's feeling like moving towards forgiveness with you and talking about that verbally. So there's been a little bit of trickery. You know, maybe she'll even say to you that she's been as forward or as clear or as maybe truthful. Like, not that she's carrying away any lies, but just that things have been a little tricky. Maybe things have been confusing for her intellectually, and so she's not being clear, and so she's kind of hiding, maybe not really wanting to come forward with her intellectual situation, but she has a current feeling about really being loving. She's opening up to love, so she's realizing if she is not open to love, she is tricking herself about how she feels. She's feeling really loving and doesn't really want to judge. She wants to be born again, new again, and he's saying, yeah, I have done some stuff, you've done some stuff, we need to let go of that. If we're going to let go of this, we gotta if we want to step into the love, we gotta let go of some of the stuff in order to have this change and movement that we're wanting from one another. Man, I am like sleepy. A lavender, a booch. As I drink this, maybe I'm like gonna fall asleep with that 0.1% fermentation. Okay guys, I don't have a lot going on right this second. I do have mucho cards though to read you guys about her feelings towards the masculine. So can you tell me masculine energy here? If we were to look at the masculine, he's carrying a heavy load and he's like not feeling so hot and positive. Let's say that's him. Then what kind of messages does he have for her? If she's like, oh yeah, I'm ready, I'm moving. What kind of messages? Oh, okay. So he's got some young interest in love right now, or he has a love interest that's young, or he's feeling young and loving and interested. and wants to make a love offer, like a beginning love offer, like a start. Or she does. She would like that. One of you guys has been working so hard not thinking about love at all. And both y'all are now thinking about love and getting dressed up and having something to do with love and celebration and fun. It feels like a Pisces card to me. And Pisces can be very innocent and loving and caring. They got their rose-colored glasses on, though, so sometimes they're like, let's party, let's drink, let's do, like, indulgent things. But if you've been working really hard, maybe it's like time to break and have some fun. Let's have some fun. Let's beat his sick. Want to take a ride on your disco stick. Okay, so he's currently like a fiery, wiry dude. Like, fiery. I didn't mean wiry. Although he looks a little metallic. But he's a fire sign of some sort, Sag, Leo, Aries. Gonna come in with a message. Maybe abruptly. Maybe he just, maybe you'll see him like fly by night kind of dude. Like, just have some words, a little quick exchange, a little fiery action maybe if you guys ever run into each other. And then I was just going to take some cards because they weren't falling out. And then I've got, like, for him, on his side, or whoever's working really hard, going to move towards more of, like, a love. Like a love affair. Like or a movement towards God, towards their own loving feelings of themselves. I'll take a past life card, please, about any past life information. About their relationship, what kind of karma they have had to work through together. How has that played out between them? Basically on her end. Like how things have been. What has she been learning to tell her masculine? What has she been learning about her past lives? To get prepared to be in this relationship. What has she worked through? Okay. You have like a bunch. I don't know which ones I'm going to read to you because that's probably too much. So I think she's had to face the truth. What is the truth of this situation? Maybe even between these two ladies and her third eye. And that could be her. Actually, it's the same woman. So mirroring herself back to herself, really looking at herself and trusting herself, learning how to trust herself, learning how to be with herself in a trusting way with her third eye, with her wisdom. And that she has abundant amount of energy and love and passion and dreams and beauty and joy and hope. And she's looking off into the distance and looking at those butterflies. Like she has abundance in her heart. She's also realized how really powerful she is. She's coming into her own power, her own strength and beauty. That's a cool one. She's got new beginnings. She's been working through a new beginning, coming out new. And she has so much compassion for you. She's got so much compassion for her divine masculine. She really does. So I'm going to take a look. See which one would be good to read today. Power looks cool, right? Power to the people. This sovereign angel is the queen of her domain. She knows who she is and where she's going. Behind her head, a halo crown in the form of compass. A compass represents choice over many directions. Her mysterious dark wings point heavenly. A pair of cheetahs and stand tamely at her feet. Cheetahs are associated with courage and the might of royalty, and like royalty can inspire both awe and respect. The aura of protective golden light surrounding power proves she's earned the necessary wisdom to use the position of sovereignty responsibly and wisely. The presence of this triumphant card reminds you of your spiritual inheritance and sovereign self, your bright, regal spark of the divine, independent individual, and yet totally connected. Perhaps you're in the midst of a power struggle, though, or a need to reclaim control from a personal situation. Are you using your position of power wisely, or are you being called to stand firm with your power and have the courage of your convictions? So she's starting to learn purposeful thoughts and deeds seated from the fertile ground of truthfulness, honor, and respect that carry authentic power and are among your strongest allies. So she's really working on her own personal strength and power. So compassion and all of that, you kind of understand abundance. I'm sure you understand truth. That does look very exciting, though. All of those. And then let's pop over to new beginnings, and then we'll take a look at that one. Beneath a canopy of radiant stars, a mother and Cupid-like child ascend weightlessly across the heavenly firmament. The purity of their naked forms symbolize the archetypal newness of life and the transcendence of worldly restrictions. Unburdened by the past, she hides nothing and carries nothing except her offspring. She may have encountered obstacles before arriving at this point of freedom, but there's nothing preventing her and her child from soaring toward the stars. This card indicates she may be about to enter a new phase of life. Unlike the card of transition, the mood of new beginnings is joyful expectancy, heralding an opportunity to wipe the slate clean and start fresh. The supportive, nurturing energy of this card helps transcend old habits or ways of relating which have been holding you back. A new beginning is not necessarily radical, sometimes a series of subtle changes bring about the most lasting and miraculous benefits. Perhaps you've been working toward new beginnings, such as relocation, a career change, but restrictions have hindered your progress. So know that the seeds of change have already been sown in the readiness of your intention to manifest ideas and turn your aspirations into realities. She's ready for change. The trust card is not the one we're looking for. Truth. Yeah, that one's a little bit longer-esque. What happens is when you upload cards that are long, it takes like almost an hour or two to upload them onto the YouTube. So I have channels. So I've been thinking a lot about getting a new phone, one that has more gigabytes or more cloud space, or maybe it's my internet. One more card for the union, please. From an Earth's perspective. Hello. Pop on in.
How are you doing?
Good, thanks. How about you?
I'm doing. I'm getting by.
Okay.
I've come for the kids.
Okay. Have fun.
Thanks.
Number 20, wand or intention. Kind of looks like a smoking pipe, but it also looks like a quartz ceremonial staff that one would use in a ceremony to get a new beginning. 20, wand or intention. So, very cool. So this is also what they have been working on together, you know, he and her together. Wand or intention is formative ethers is the vibration. And the keywords would be focus, action, and intentions. Wands act like an extension of one's own personal energy, providing a focus for intent and direction. And a wand can be dedicated to any practice, deity, or according to its design. The thyrosis of Dionysus, for example, is topped with a pine cone and used to represent fertility, but wands are still used today by magical practitioners and fairy godmothers. Wands represent intentions as well as the focus of these intentions. Perhaps someone's intentions towards you have been unclear, or you are not certain quite how to proceed in a situation. Don't act blindly at this time. Consider where you're going and why, and find your personal motivation. Keep to your intentions and purpose of your own reality, and don't be swayed by the intentions of another unless they are in step with your own. Wand in a reading shows that the universe is waiting to act according to the decisions that you make, giving you the element of choice in the way you move forward. So on the high note, maintain a focus, and on the low note, challenge your apathy. So having a journey that you can feel firm in, that is rooted in your own personal belief system of your own meaning in your life, that is reality. Is this in line with your reality? Is this other person in line with your spiritual desires? Is this a relationship that is vibrating with your own personal intent? I got some new cards today when I went downtown. That's what I was going to tell you. Forgot. These are called the Wisdom of the Oracle Divination cards by Colette Baron Reed. I'm excited about these. I'm going to take one of these and one finale from my Medicine Earth Warrior deck by Elena Fairchild. I'll take one of these messages for in the discernment of intentions, when we're trying to align ourselves with our intentions. I'd like another card, either of the feeling behind the intention. Can you tell us about the feeling of this intention? Okay, this one totally hopped out. Ah, good. 23, peace. This is beautiful. The intention is one of peace. I do like these cards so far. Peace, freedom from attachment, but radical acceptance. It doesn't get any better than this. A quiet mind, a heart fulfilled, freedom from wants, and the soul's satisfaction. The way to peace is through radical acceptance. Everything in your world is exactly as it should be. Harmony is beautiful. Enjoy it. When two people are in true alignment with one another, they have an intimate harmony between them. They are, as two perfectly tuned in instruments that play together. Sometimes it's impossible to tell who is who. Peace is yours and is yours to be savored. This is one of those times when you're capable of clear vision about your work and how you create your prosperity, whatever you're doing. So keep doing it. You're called by a presence to step into your power. Just being is enough. For you are in a peaceful harmony with spirit, and it shows in your work. Now is a time for calmness and well-being in spite of temporary conditions, even if there's a dissonant note in the music of your life. All that means is that you must go within and fine-tune the extraordinary instrument that you are. Find harmony within yourself. And don't look to the outer world to provide certainty. This too shall pass, and once again your life will be filled with beautiful music. Hang on to those peaceful notes. Okay. Okay, Spirit, thank you so much for your beautiful messages, for the masculine energy. So if this message feels like it resonates and it feels like it's something you can benefit and use, just take it with a grain of salt. Things are always changing. Life is always changing. This is just for maybe a couple days of the energy of what's going on right now. And or if you can reflect on it to use it in some way to help and benefit you, then that's the best. It's not, if it doesn't fit for you, you can't use it, it doesn't feel right, then you can't use it. So just discard it, let it go. But if you'd like to tune into me, please subscribe. If you like my messages, and stay tuned for more. I'll have a Divine Union reading soon by the end of the week. I just did that, and then I also did the female energies, and then I'm doing the masculine today. So the messages are for the masculine today from the feminine principle of the world. So that's very sweet. Okay, can you give me a card though for the remaining guidance that we have? So I'll do 2 more shuffles, and then I'm going to take, what did I take? What did I take earlier? Uh-oh. The other ones came shooting out, didn't they? Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be back. So you gave me a bit too many cards here, my love. Help me figure out which one's what. Oh, that's true. I usually take a bottom and a top. You're right. So maybe this time we won't do the bottom and the top. Maybe I'll just have to be patient. Oh, good God. My good God. You are my good God. Why is that hot? It's getting kind of warm in my room, which is good. It's cold in the basement where I live. Oh, I like this card a lot. I'm going to take this one. Diamond Tiger of the Black Moon. Second chances bring success. Looks like the feminine's open to second chances in a tiger type fashion. Do you like tigers? Black diamond tigers? 37, so 37 is 10, which would be a 1, a new beginning. Okay, then I'm going to have to go eat dinner because I'm acting like a drunk. I'm not. I don't even drink. I've got 3 years sober. Mm. 3 years, 4 months now. Diamond Tiger of the Black Moon. Second chances bring success. Your soul is on the diamond path of spiritual growth. Excuse me. You may feel pressured by life at times, but at a higher level. Those challenges are helping you realize your true strength of character. You have the personal will, strength, and physical power that you need for success. No matter what has happened in the past, you are developing the spirit, passion, and vitality to fight like a tigress, defending her cubs. Believe in yourself. There's great dignity and strength in your heart. Don't judge anything or anyone, including yourself and what you believe is possible. Based on the past, reclaim and redirect your energy according to what matters most to you. You are stronger than you may realize. The return of strength after a challenge. Second chances for success. And a brilliant intuition or insight that ends a long-lasting cycle of repeated struggle are indicated. A prophecy is given for empowered leadership, spiritual attainment, and success after previous failure, which leads to a irreversible and positive outcome. Irreversible and positive outcome. The struggles of your past were needed in order to grow. You have been fulfilled now by their spiritual usefulness. They are no longer required. If you continue to interpret your life experiences through the filter of old beliefs and past happenings, you will lose the truth of what is taking place at a deeper level. You are being reformed, renewed, reborn into a stronger, clearer, truer version of yourself. The past was needed to get you here, but it's no longer as something that defines you. So this is where she's at. In astrology, the black moon refers to the unusual event of a second new moon in a month. As a sacred symbol in the language of the soul, the black moon represents either an emerging insight, which you have previously been able to glimpse, but not fully grasp, or a situation that almost happened as desired, but didn't quite make the full journey from wish to reality. The insight or opportunity will arise again in your psyche to either reveal or ground fully this time around. Diamond wisdom is fulfilled and it is absolute. With another chance, your breakthrough will be irreversible, diamond-like in nature, unable to be changed back into the state from which it has evolved. Tiger medicine indicates a vibrant physical strength, vitality, and health. If you've been lacking in this, you're guided to tune into your cycles of rest, whilst shifting your mindset immediately to stop reinforcing negative self-talk or internalizing the perhaps well-meaning but unhelpful concerns about others or of others. Instead, begin to speak to yourself and others of your vitality, radiance, and power. Use your mind as your ally, consciously, intentionally, and with an understanding of its powerful effect on your body. This is not about the mind dominating and ignoring the wisdom of the body. This is about recognizing and applying mind power to nourish and infuse your being through positive psychology. Tiger medicine comes to you at a time when your engagement in the world is becoming more pronounced, your influence is increasing, and even whilst you may feel that you are being called into your spiritual path, deeper and perhaps even more solitude and rest for a time, the divine beauty, dignity, strength, and presence of your spiritual light is shining through, not only in your own soul and life, but it's beginning to touch the souls and lives of others too. Tiger medicine evokes a sensual hunger for life and experience. And when you bring your spiritual light into all of your worldly adventures. You will become able to create uplifting outcomes of grace that would otherwise not be possible. Tiger reminds us to have courage in the face of any challenge, any threat or danger, and to align with the truth of the divine as our deepest ally, our greatest advocate, and our wisest advisor. From the secure inner spiritual foundation, we can leap with ferocious compassion, conquering any adversary in order to do what needs to be done in the world. So, excuse me again. I feel like I'm releasing a lot of energy. So I think the female is letting you know she is opening to her power. We've had that several times. Her truth, her trust, her divine nature, her spiritual nature. She just wants to let you know that she is ready and powerful. And that's her message to you anyway. Maybe even for you to embrace your power and your abilities to, whoever's had some struggles recently. So, like, subscribe to my channel, please, and I'll continue to send you readings. Many blessings to you in your week coming up. A day of rest today on Saturn Day. So, namaste and lots of love. Thank you so much. God bless.